Let's go through these 17, some of them in more detail later, ways that we're going to bring back the country. So number one, as we are surrounded by some of the largest and impenetrable temporary fences around the Capitol to protect the Congress and to protect the new president of the United States, they want to remove the border wall construction that's happening right here below us in Texas. And, you know, it's such an interesting contradiction where they think that fencing is enough to keep them safe, but we don't need to stay safe because this is a globalist plan to keep allowing more people into our country so that they can then naturalize them, which we're going to find out he's going to do to 11 million people actually in this country, and forever tip the voting in the favor of the Democrats. I mean, does this shock you as this is his first move?
Definitely not. I'm glad that you brought up that he wants to give citizenship to 11 million people. I wanted to bring up this tweet too and just really highlight that, you know, on top of stopping construction on that border wall, he's also just going to open up the borders to everyone, allow everyone to be a citizen. And we already have another caravan en route to America, so we can just expedite that whole process.
And, you know, I guess the pandemic is over, ladies and gentlemen. We're just going to allow undocumented people, also called illegal. And as I brought up in the last podcast, you might realize that as we are lamenting the attack on the Capitol building, which was literally the illegal crossing into federal property, which is what many people are being charged with, the president is giving a counter signal and saying that actually we're about people illegally entering federal property. It just is only where the citizens are at danger and not the government. We're also ending, I love that they call it the Muslim travel ban, which has been debunked many times. We know that the largest Muslim countries were not on this ban. These are countries prone to Muslim extremism and terrorism. You know, this has nothing to do with banning Muslims from entering the country. This shows you how bad the propaganda got. Number three, we're going to rejoin the Paris Climate Accord. In 30 days, it's going to go into effect, which essentially is a way that we can reduce our carbon emissions. And in a time where we are almost to the point of a new civil war, and people just, I believe, had like some sort of a failed attempt at taking back the country in some sort of a revolution. Also, we are going to bring the country together by destroying key industries in our nation. I mean, what are these people thinking, or are they? You know, I don't know, Savannah. We're going to keep going, but this is pretty bad already.
Definitely. And, you know, my dad is in the oil field, and I was talking to him because Biden was saying how in his first days of office, he wants to cancel the contract for the Keystone Pipeline. And I was talking to my dad and, you know, saying, you know, what are the real repercussions of canceling this? And he was saying hundreds of thousands of American and Canadian jobs gone. So I'm so glad that Joe Biden's coming in. He's destroying American jobs. He's giving, citizenship to illegal immigrants in this country, bypassing all of the people who have been going through that long and tiresome process of trying to get into this country legally. I know you have personal experience with that, Elijah. So, this is the new America.
Welcome to it. And that's number four. We're going to end the Keystone XL pipeline and revoke oil and gas development at national wildlife monuments, including at Bears Ears, Grand Staircase, Escalante, national monuments in Utah, and at the Northeast Canyons and Seamounts Marine National Monuments in New England. I wish we had a better graphic, but honestly, this was the best one I could find that didn't embellish things. So we're going to revoke that. Number five, we're going to count non-citizens in U.S. Census again. Yes! Yes! I'm just like done with my script. I needed that.
It took us like an extra hour to actually record the show today because we had to get that script printed out.
I actually need this.
But the excitement of Joe Biden's inauguration
I was sitting and, you know, I was thinking, I have so many problems happening right now. And I was like, our country is at the verge of collapse. And then it was like, what could make the country better? And Joe Biden was like, count non-citizens in the U.S. Census. And I was like, God's real, guys. God's not dead. You know, you ever saw that movie and you start texting your friends, God's not dead. Now's the time. Text all your friends, God's not dead. We're recounting non-citizens in the U.S. Census again.
America is back. America is back.
America first.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're back, guys.